Welcome to Round Glass. Thanks for joining me in this meditation on the object of visualization. I'm Sarah Blackburn. If you want to be an amazing meditator, the ability to visualize is an important skill to get really good at. We can use it to transform our everyday lives. And in this session, we're going to talk precisely about what you can visualize in the meditation that will bring about some powerful results for you on and off of the cushion. Now, before we dive in, as usual, I would love to hear from you. What do you already find easy to visualize? So if you can share that in the chat, I would love to know. And then while you're doing that, I'll quickly tell you the plan for this session. We have been looking at techniques to improve our visualization when we meditate. And in this session particularly, we'll look at what the object of meditation can be and some reminders of why we would want to use visualization in our meditation to begin with. And then I'll leave you with some suggestions of what to visualize so that you can get the biggest bang for your buck when you do this practice. And with that, I want to quickly thank everyone who shared anything in the chat. As usual, it's such a pleasure for me to get a sense of what this practice is like for you and how you bring it into your meditation already. I imagine some of you are already doing some visualizations. So I see someone shared that they visualize the moon, that's easy for them to bring up in their meditation. That is an awesome object. Yeah, it's nice, it's bright. We have many associations to the moon, hopefully positive. Thanks for sharing that. Another person said a stream in a forest. They can visualize that easily. Great. That can be so calming. Another one says past memories. That's incredible. Yeah, that's often a tool as a way into the visualization, is to start with a memory. Thanks so much for sharing that. And then we have someone else who shared nature. That's a great one too. I live in New York City, so it's nice to be able to visualize places with a little more nature than what I have access to. Thanks again, everyone who shared. And now let's dive into this object of visualization. Quickly, a reminder. Visualization is our ability to see with the mind's eye. And remember, it's that thing that we do all the time. You can probably imagine your childhood bedroom, or if you think of worst case scenarios or dream about the future. A lot of times that is your mind visualizing. But let's talk about why. If it's something you're already doing, why do it in a meditation? And what happens when we actively visualize in the meditation? So I want to start with a concept that will help make sense as to why you would want to get good at visualizing. And it has to do with our mind being that thing that interprets our world. And what we put in our mind has an impact on the way that we experience our life, our reality, and our world. And there happens to be a meditation saying that says, if you put good things in your mind, it will produce a result in your future thoughts, in your emotions, the way you feel things, and even the way that you experience your world. And if we have a habit of ruminating on negativity or filling our mind with not as positive things, the saying goes, if we put garbage in our mind, then it will have that same effect on our future thoughts and our feelings. We'll see garbage in our world. So good in, good out. Put good things in your mind, you'll have good things come out of your mind. Put garbage in your mind and you'll have garbage things come out of your mind. And that's based on this premise of cause and effect. we accept cause and effect for our entire science, for our entire world. We know that for physical things, if you do something, there will be a change, there will be a result. But what about for the mental things, the things you can't see, the non physical things? Meditators say that that also is under this functionality of cause and effect. So our thoughts actually produce a result for us in the future in the form of the way our emotions happen and the way we experience things. And if we fill our mind with goodness, it will have an effect on our emotions and the way we experience our world. Hence, why a visualization would be a powerful way to impact our future emotions and our future experience of ourselves and our world. So, visualization is extremely important and powerful as a tool for meditation. So, I want to leave you with, share with you a few examples of what you can visualize. One thing that is really powerful is to bring to mind someone who inspires you, someone that you look up to, like a mentor. And this is, again, because you're putting your mind on what you personally find to be very positive and in something that's similar to you, like another person. Also, another thing you can do is to visualize yourself having the ability to help yourself and others. That's such a beautiful, powerful way to impact your future emotions and the way that you see yourself. There's even a traditional meditation called Tonglen that you may have heard of, where you remove the pain of others. And that's a whole visualization practice that will give you powerful results. And then the last thing you can visualize, if you're ever looking for how to use this practice, is to see yourself in the future living to your highest potential. That can really set a framework for you to step into that thing you imagined in the future in a way that is real, because you imagined it and you visualized it before. So let's do the actual practice. We'll do a visualization on that first example I gave, someone who's a mentor for you. So find a comfortable position you can sit in for the next probably 12 or so minutes. And that oftentimes means getting your body in a position where you don't have to adjust it too much. So get comfortable. Begin to transition from the outer world and the outer experience into a more internal one. You can let your eyes fall closed when that's comfortable for you. And if it's not, just keep your gaze down so you're not distracted by things in the room. And then check in with your body. Notice any lingering tension or clinging or gripping still happening in your muscles or joints. If you know your culprit areas where tension likes to gather, take your awareness there and use your exhale to release. Or you can also do a body scan starting at your feet and moving up to the crown of your head, going through each body part and softening through the muscles and the joints. And then begin to feel your body settle. Relax your shoulders and soften your face. And then bring your attention to your breath. You can use the breath to affect the mind. So if you feel especially agitated, like your mind is racing, focus in on your exhale. Or if your mind feels sleepy, foggy, or heavy, use the inhale to regenerate and revitalize your mind. Now remember what brought you to this particular meditation. Connect to your intention for doing this practice. And then ask yourself, what if you touched that thing you're seeking in this very meditation? What if this was the session where it all changed for you? And then we'll move from the breath to the visualization practice. So now bring to mind someone who you see as especially inspiring to you. Maybe you've got a friend or an acquaintance, someone you know personally that moves your heart to be better. Or perhaps the person who inspires you most is someone you've never met. Maybe it's the author of a book, a filmmaker, or maybe a historical figure like Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa. And then whoever comes to mind first is just perfect. Imagine this person comes to meditate with you right now. They sit in the same meditation posture as you, facing you. And there's a light in their eyes. They're happy to be of service with you, for the next few minutes. It's just you and them. And as you do the visualization, remember you can bring all of the senses into this experience of sitting with a mentor or a spiritual guide. Maybe you sense what it's like to be in their presence. The love radiating from them is palpable for you. Or perhaps you can pick up on their scent. There's a sweetness that fills the air around them. And keep this mental picture of them as you start to bring some clarity to your mental state. So, in your mind, bring a vibrancy and see if you can let the mind relax and still be alert and present with this person who has joined you in your meditation. And with that vibrant state of mind, begin to build intensity as you sit with your special spiritual guide. So hold steady on that image in your mind. If the mind wants to bounce around, as soon as you catch it, be happy you noticed, and then come back to a fixation with this other person. Can you bring more detail to their face? Can you sense more deeply their presence? Your only task is to look at this person, meditate on their form, and if the mind gets forgetful or starts being pulled towards other objects or things to think about, as soon as you notice, be happy, and then bring your mind back to your mentor, returning to your fixation and holding the mind with clarity in a relaxed, alert state. And then we'll spend the last minute or so bringing in the qualities you see in this person and allowing your mind to think about what it is that makes them so special for you. Is it their kindness or their compassion? Their love or their intelligence? Find a few qualities that really speak to your heart. And then see how they embody those qualities. If you'd like to ask them for any advice, you can also do that. And then know that you can call upon this mentor at any time, just by bringing them to mind. In one sense, you have access to them. So whenever you need, you can come back to this visualization with a guide, someone who is there just for you. Now bring your attention back to your breath. Bring awareness back into the surroundings, your present moment. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself out of the meditation in your own time. Begin to move your body and open your eyes. So thank you everyone who was a part of that meditation. now that you have some tools to visualize with and something clear to actually visualize, I hope you'll take that with you into your meditation and that it gives you powerful results outside of your meditation. And we still have a few minutes for any questions or comments that may have come up during that practice or around what we were discussing before. I invite you, please share those in the chat. And while you're doing that, I wanted to share a question that often comes up around visualizing a mentor. And that question is, what if you don't have a mentor? Yeah. Or, it might feel weird to bring someone else into your mind. And so my response to that is first to remind you that in this meditation, it's your mind. It's just you and your mind. And I know that there can be people who are very charged for us, but in that meditation, it ultimately is you that is creating that other person. And so if there isn't someone who feels like a mentor or a spiritual guide, you can create one and bring what someone living to their highest potential would be like. And then, as usual, practice with it and know that you're always safe. It's your mind. And if there's someone who really speaks to you, you have access to them whenever. And if not, you can create someone. I see we also have a question that came up in the chat. So thanks for asking. The question was, how can I still maintain focus on my breath when we incorporate visualizations? Awesome question. So I would say that when you're doing the visualization, you actually don't have to still focus on the breath. In meditation, we always have one object of meditation, and the object just means the thing you're thinking about. So in the beginning, it's nice to think about the breath, and that can be the object of meditation. It's a grounding thing. It's something that is easily accessible. But when you begin the visualization, you actually can let go of the previous object of the breath and then move the one thing that you're thinking about, the object of meditation, to be whatever you're visualizing on. So I hope that helps. Otherwise, I can imagine that would feel like a toggle between two different things. So just dive in with the thing you're visualizing. And then we have another question, which was, I used to visualize when I do the body scan. Am I doing that right? Yeah, you can definitely visualize in a body scan. People go about that practice in different ways. If you happen to be a very visual person and that's easily accessible for you, absolutely imagine your abdomen softening or a pain in the knee melting away, and you can absolutely use that. For other people, it's helpful for them to, kind of forget what their body looks like and really sense it. And so for them, a visualization might not be as helpful, but you absolutely can use the body scan as an object for your visualization. Yeah, those are really great questions. Thank you so much for asking and sharing in this practice. So I'll just remind you that you can meditate with Round Glass live every single day. So join us again tomorrow. We'll be at the same time, same place. Check us out at round.glass and on our app. And I'll be back next Monday for the next live session. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.